Hey guys, on my way home and it's freezing cold. I'm trying to walk really fast so I can get home sooner, get warm because I cannot feel my ears and my face pretty much. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about one of my friends, a couple of my friends actually, not one. They're all in it together, working for the enemy, and you could tell they're trying to be discreet and all of that. But I could read through, they're trying to hide from me. But I'm not really waiting for them to kind of blurt it out and tell me, not really interested, but I'm just kind of want to understand why, why they're working for the enemy, and why they're working for the enemy when they known me for a long time. They know me like, since high school, well, after high school. And if for some reason, one of them kind of hinting and, everybody's crazy in Canada. Yeah. So that was the enemy told them about me. I'm crazy, If I'm crazy, why would I be attacked this way? Would you attack a crazy person this way? Because they're not in the right frame of mind. Why would you attack a crazy person? They know. These people have been lied to. They told them I'm crazy, Yeah. Hey, anybody can think whatever they want to think about you, they thought negative things about God. Who am I? I'm nobody, But anyhow, so he's entitled to say whatever he wants. And he's trying to sell me a Salvador's idea to move to El Salvador. Why? What is it? What's wrong with anywhere else? Why it has to be El Salvador? Is that his mission to guide me to move to El Salvador? Is that what it is? Is that what this enemy hired him to do? Anyhow, I am not going anywhere, But anyhow, they're not saying anything, but and I'm looking at them, I'm like, I'm just reading what I'm seeing, And my other friend is also, he's kind of giving it. You know what? As annoying as it is, I find it very, puzzling. Why would they believe somebody, they hardly know against me? You know what I'm saying? Who they know me for a long time. So that's something I could never put my finger on. So people were very quick on turning on you. And you know what? I've been friends with people for over 20 something years. And I just said, you know what? It's not working out. See ya. And I drop people like that. I There are people I've known for over 20 something years. I'm just like that, you know. If I see something about you that bothers me so much and I cannot really forgive what I'm seeing, I just instantly get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've done. You know what? In this program, they try to isolate people. They try to corner them, you know, and, you know, kind of separate them from the herd, you know? They go, it's like a sheepdog, you know, the sheepdog? You go and, you know, or the werewolf, you know, when they go hunting, they usually go for the weakest, and they usually gang on the weakest, and like usually the baby or a calf or whatever, and they corner because they cannot get the mother or the father because they will kick them, you know, they're very strong, but they will go after the little one. I'm not saying I am the weak one, but I'm just saying this is how they do it, the tactics. But, you know, I would have not done well if I really like being around people, you know, if I really enjoy being around people all the time, you know. This separation would have been, it would have really destroyed me, you know, because I would long to be around people, right? But I already, you know what? I like the company of my own. I people thought I have to have people in my life, okay? And that's not true. Honestly, people I've dated in the past, they want to be with me more than I want to be with them. That's just who, you know what I mean? And I think part of me dated these people out of guilt because I felt like I'm saving them of something. I don't know. I just felt like if I reject them, you know, it's like out of pity. It's like dating somebody out of pity, you know? And I'm not doing that anymore. You know, one of my friends telling me like, "Oh, don't you miss dating somebody found in love last night?" You know, I was like, why would I sit there and lie to him, telling him that really I miss that? I never really like, you know, finding that person, and because I haven't, that person does not exist. Okay, not in this planet. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, and I said, you know, to my friend yesterday, I was like, oh no, I don't want to date somebody. You know, he found it very odd. You know, I was someone who's to be quiet, happy with just, you know, sex date or not having the relationships and stuff. He thought that was really odd. It's not normal. Well, no, it's not normal. No, why? You think dating somebody who does not really fit the bill is not something you want in life, just to fill that gap? You know? No. So anyhow, they separated me because they thought I was like, it's gonna get me in a state of like loneliness and I'm all alone and have nobody in my life. That's what they do. They do the psychology, but God being very generous with me, He gave me that to rely on myself without needing anybody else in my life. I mean, human beings. Okay? So that did not affect me. I can go for a long time without being around people. You know what I'm saying? Very long time. Yeah, I'm social, but I don't have to be social, you know? But it does not affect me. So that's the point I'm trying to make. So anyhow, that was this friend of mine telling me, and this friend working for the enemy as well. Oh man, you know my friend Marcus in Toronto, he's also working for the enemy. Roberto, another one, and Tony, all these people working for the enemy. What the enemy have done to convince these people, trying to use them to trying to extract information from me or control me or come into my life, trying to feed feed me ideas. They don't know. They're wasting their time, because my family will tell you, you know, I'm not someone who just follow what people are telling me. Oh, I do this. No, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? If it really doesn't really make sense to me, you have to really make sense, you know? And that goes similar to beliefs, you know? You can try to sell me any idea if you want, but if I do not believe it, if I do not believe what I've been fed, I would not follow your path, you know? I don't have to follow anybody's path. But I'm just saying, if you can tell me you want to sell me an idea, I have to really embody it, you know, to understand what you're trying to sell me, you know? So, that was kind of going on. You know, I just kind of looked at him. And yesterday we were having this discussion about politics. And he's another sleeping. He's like asleep, you know. He think the worst of Canada, but yet he believe Trump is good for the country. You know, I'm just, guys, you should have been a fly on the wall to listen to him talk. And then on I we talked also about he was gonna buy TVs, and I said to him, oh, he wanted to look. He was looking at, I think, Chinese products, and I said to him, Chinese are not known for good TVs, you know. And I just had this, you know, insight to tell him, and he went off like I told him, like I cursed him. All these people saying Chinese products, Chinese product is this, you know, and then telling me, you know, other things he talked about politicians, and you know, yeah, some of the stuff he said is accurate, but not a lot of it. So when I'm trying to waking him up, where you get this information from? Where you get your news from? I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it because he's a sleepy, you know. He's another one who follow blindly, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you can't save everybody, you know. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Okay. Anyhow, that's a story.